With the Wake Up Newscast, I'm all about honoring and amplifying credible local journalism. Every story in every newscast credits and links back to the original source. Want to go deeper into any story? Just scroll down into the show notes to find the hyperlinked headlines. Okay, on with today's news. Wake up, Asheville! I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Thursday, February 19th. Buncombe County is preparing to ask voters this November to approve new bond measures. The county plans to issue $53 million in bonds for affordable housing and $10 million for land conservation. That would raise property taxes by about 1 cent per $100 of assessed value. That comes out to about $35 a year for a house worth $350,000. There's also potential separate approval for $162 million to fund school projects, including new and renovated elementary schools. Before a vote, the county must get state approval and hold public hearings. Commissioners are asking the Trust for Public Land for guidance on, quote, reliable, ongoing funding. Commissioners are asking the Trust for Public Land for guidance on reliable, ongoing funding for parks, trails, and conservation, and housing, similar to a 2021 effort that helped shape successful bond referenda the following year. Read more about this at Blue Ridge Public Radio. FEMA is reimbursing nearly $1.5 million to Western North Carolina for costs incurred responding to Tropical Storm Helene. The funds help local agencies recover expenses from emergency operations that were crucial to public safety and to community support. The Fairview Fire Department will receive about $471,000. Buncombe County Schools will receive nearly $700,000. Henderson County's share, more than $230,000, helped secure an industrial generator for the Ingalls Distribution Center in Black Mountain. Staff there stayed on site to maintain food supplies after the storm. Read more about this at WLOS. The NC Innovation Pipeline Program officially launched at UNC Asheville, marking the first activation of the initiative in the UNC system. The program supports faculty in turning their research into innovations with commercial potential through education, mentorship, and seed funding. UNC Asheville's approach involves close collaboration between academic leadership and faculty. It helps participants build entrepreneurial skills while focusing on intellectual property. The program spans all disciplines, from sciences to the arts, reflecting the university's liberal arts foundation. The launch positions UNC Asheville at the forefront of research commercialization in North Carolina. Read more about this in the latest UNC Asheville newsletter. About 100 people gathered at Pax Square Tuesday as part of the National Day of Action protests. The event focused on voting rights, a living wage, healthcare access, education funding, and fair immigration policies. Meanwhile, about 40 people protested outside Representative Chuck Edwards' Hendersonville office. They called for the improbable: Edwards' support for impeaching President Trump and the abolition of ICE. More than 100 T.C. Roberson High School students walked out in protest against ICE. A dozen of those students joined the Asheville rally at Pax Square. Nicole Cush, a protester at Pax Square, said, quote, "Change comes when we decide we will not carry the weight of injustice one more day." For more details, visit Mountain Express. And a new documentary examines Asheville's East Riverside urban renewal project from the late 1960s. The federally funded effort demolished over 1,300 buildings and displaced more than 1,200 families, uprooting more than half of Asheville's Black community. Priscilla Robinson, who was personally affected, spent 17 years researching this history. Her work reveals over a century of city planning that systematically excluded Black residents. The film reflects ongoing segregation policies and on how the project reshaped Asheville's landscape. Urban Renewal Impact, the movie, premieres February 21st at Asheville Community Theater. Read more about this in the Citizen Times. Our free newsletter is a quick local news digest, essentially this newscast in written form. Subscribe at wakeupavl.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupavl. And please share this podcast with your Asheville friends. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Asheville.